came was like, I want a 150cc. So me as a customer come, the first question I ask one of the customers that comes to buy, I ask them a question: what type of business do you want to do with this bike? Then they will say Yango delivery. And I will tell them no. Then you are not supposed to look for a 150cc. So welcome to this session for today. On today's sessions, I would love to advise our would-be customers or our clients about the models of bikes that we have, and how you can use them, or the kind of business where they can be used, or the type of business or any type of transportation or mode of transportation where they can be used. So if I go in further, allow me to introduce myself. My name is now David Liombe. Yeah. So I would love to advise most of our customers. We've come across with customers whereby someone wants to go into a certain business, and you find that the person wants a bike which is not well recommendable for that business. So on this live broadcast today, I would love to share some views on most of the models that we have, so that when you, our customer, or our customer who is coming to buy, you are able to know that, okay, I'm going to buy this bike and I know its advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so as Gatoma brand, we've got about 15 models. I can say, yeah, we've got about 15 models of bikes. So I'll just share most of the models that are recommendable for business, or the one that are recommended for businesses. So there are people who do, I'll start with the Yango deliveries. There are people who do Yango deliveries. So in one case I came across with, I was at our store. So a certain customer came, was like, I want a 150cc. So me as a customer come, the first question I ask one of the customers that comes to buy, I ask them a question: what type of business do you want to do with this bike? Then they will say Yango delivery. And I will tell them no. Then you are not supposed to look for a 150cc. So now I want you, our customers who are coming to buy, I don't want you to come up with such kind of mistake whereby you come to buy a 150cc. In case you don't find us at the shop, someone just gives you it, you buy the 150cc. So I'm making this video, or we're making this video so that we can advise you. Okay? So there's no way you can buy a 150cc engine on deliveries. No. Why am I saying so? It's the kind of bike that you can use for business or for deliveries. So a 150cc, all those who are coming for deliveries, who are coming to buy motorcycles for deliveries, I'm not going to advise you to buy a 150cc. Even if you're not buying a Gatoma brand, in any of the brand that you are buying, do not make a mistake of buying a 150cc. A 150cc is not recommendable for that business. I say no to 150cc on deliveries. Okay, so apart from the 150cc, we've got a 200cc. Never make a mistake of buying a 200cc. Never make a mistake of buying a 200cc. So never make. Okay, so the other one I was talking about is a 200cc. I don't want you to make a mistake of buying a 200cc. You can't come, you want to buy a 200cc that you want to put it on Yango delivery. No. So 150cc, 200cc, do not make a mistake. So I'm just recommending on most of our Gatoma motorbikes. So apart from that, we also have got a 125cc. So a 125cc, this is one of the bikes before we introduced the 100cc. So this is one of the bikes that we can recommend you for deliveries also. Yeah, we can recommend you to buy for Yango delivery. So we have got for Gatoma, for 125cc, as when it comes to fuel consumption. As for fuel consumption for 200cc, I can say the fuel consumption is slightly okay, because I know we used to recommend the customers before we introduced the 100cc. Because as for it, the fuel consumption 125cc, I can say it can move slightly, like 1 liter can move up to 40 kilometers. Yeah, so 1 liter can move up to like 40 kilometers. So that one, we've got a CG 125cc. We also have a GT 125 minus 5. So we also have a GT 125B. We also have got a GT 125 HLX, star HLX. Yeah. So these are some of the 4 types of bikes under 125cc that I can slightly recommend for deliveries. Why am I recommending them? These ones, they are at least strong. They are very strong when it comes to the delivery business. So the CG125, the GT125 minus 5, we also have the GT125B. We also have got the GT125 Star HLX. So these are some of the models that I can recommend for delivery business. I don't know if it's making sense. So those who are coming to buy motorcycles for deliveries, I recommend you, when you go to a store or any of the stores, you ask first of all, do you have the 125cc? If they say yes, let me see them. So the models that I've mentioned, look for them. Those are the ones that I can recommend. So apart from that one, this one I'm going to talk about is the best when it comes to deliveries. We've got 100cc. This one we call it a Gatoma Boxer. It is a GT 100B. So as for this one was specifically made for those who do business, because as the management of Gatoma, they sat down and they heard the cries of their customers, like, no, we need 100cc because you've seen how the business for deliveries is. So Gatoma specifically made this one for deliveries. When it comes for fuel consumption, as for it can move like 1 liter, you can move up to like 75 kilometers. Imagine just one single liter of petrol, you can move up to 75 kilometers. How good is that? It is very good. So I would recommend most of you coming to buy big motorbikes for deliveries. Look for 100cc. If you come to our store, Kamwara Gatoma branch, or you go to any of our stores, please do not buy something that is more than 125cc for deliveries. Buy 100cc GT 100B. Go to any store and ask for GT 100B, or come direct to our store and ask for a GT 100B. It is the one that I can recommend for the business, those who are doing Yango deliveries. So for Yango deliveries people, I can say now I've recommended you and I've talked about the models that we can advise you to do business with. Okay, we've advised you. I've advised you on the ones that you can use to do business with. So apart from that, now let me talk about these people who do transportation when it comes to the transport of carrying people. Yeah, we've interacted with a lot of people when it comes to this business. It is also a good business. If you've never heard about it, you can also decide to invest in it. I can say it is also better than Yango, but it destroys bikes most of the times. Yeah. So on this one, I have about I've got several models that I can recommend. We've got also the 125cc I've talked about. I can recommend a GT 125 Boxer. I can recommend a GT 125 Star HLX. Apart from that, I can also recommend a GT 125 minus 5. Then on the 150cc, these are the ones that I can recommend you to do business with when it comes to carrying people, the mode of carrying, the transportation of carrying people. So we've got a GT 150 minus 5. So this one is the best bike because we've never run out of spares when it comes to it. We have all the spares starting from the engine, everything for GT 150 minus 5. So I would recommend you buy this one. GT 150 minus 5, GT 150 minus 2, GT 150 minus 12, GT 150 minus 5A. Apart from that, we also have got a GT 150 Boxer. So these are 5 models that I can recommend you to buy for the business of transporting people or carrying people. So these ones are the best. I will not lie to you. These ones are the best. So I've talked about these models. So the next time I'll come live. I will make a video for you explaining the advantages of the Yango delivery business and the disadvantages. We'll also explain the advantages of buying the Gatoma bikes, not these other expensive models. So that you will be able to know. We'll talk about that because we are not just talking, but we are talking from experience. We've also done this business. We also talk from experience on how we collected information from the ground about these kind of businesses, so that as you are going into that business, you are having at least a certain knowledge about the business. So thank you so much for watching us. And okay, so before I go, before we are done, I forgot one thing. I need to talk about those ones, like those who love adventures, like those people who just want for using going for work. A fancy one, we've got a 150 A XL XL, a GT 150 A XL. Then we also have got we also have a GT 200D minus YGY. So these ones, they are off-road bikes. So these are off-road bikes that you can use anywhere you want to go. You can go. I can say countrywide. You can go Lusaka to Nakonde. You can go Lusaka to Mansa. You can go Lusaka to Chipata. You can go Lusaka to Livingstone with these bikes because they are very strong. The engines are very strong. So I would advise those who want off-road bikes, you can just ask for a GT1 150A, a GT 150 minus 2A also. It is kind of an off-road bike. Then you also have got a 200cc. A 250cc is coming soon. We'll talk about it when it is unveiled to the public. So these are the three bikes that I can advise for off-road. Those who are in farms and everywhere, or farmers everywhere. So these are the bikes that we can advise you to buy. So make sure you follow our page, you follow our YouTube channel, so that we get more views, so that we can also make more videos to advise you, our customers. Thank you so much. See you soon. I'll be back.